All right. So this is Board Game Ranger TV. This is Mike and
Griffin.
And we are playing Arkham Horror card game. We're playing the Miskatonic Museum scenario. And we are looking for the Necronomicon in the museum. And we start outside the museum entrance trying to get in. We're going to start with my turn as Agnes Baker. Griffin is
Skids
O'Toole. And we will begin. Alright, Griffin, the first thing I think I'm going to do is look at... I'm going to do a rite of seeking. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on this and go with the rite of seeking. Yeah, we'll go 2 resources to put a flashlight in play, and a flashlight helps you investigate for clues. So I put 2 supplies on it, but it has 3, so I'll use 1 as my second action to investigate. And when I investigate, that the flashlight drops the shroud from 3 to 1, and then I'll play that just to make sure I make it happen. Okay. And I draw a token. It's a skull. The scenario says the skull's a -1, -3 instead if a hunting horror is at your location. He is not at our location, so this is -1. So a 1, I have a book of 2. -1 is 1. And then
I have a book
plus
of
2
3.
and 3. So I have 3 to 1. And this says, the skill perception says, if this test is successful, draw a card. So I'll draw another card. Put that back in the bag, and I get a clue. So that was 2. Now I'll try to go ahead and knock that out again, spending a second supply on a flashlight. Give the bag a shake as my third action, and it's a 0, which means I'm successful, and we get the clue. So since I've got enough clues, I will spend them, because it's not really an action, to advance the act. So it says, gaining entrance. If the investigator spent clue to advance, you find the window nearest to the guard and tap it loud enough to get his attention. He gives a startled jump, then shifts open the window. What do you want? He asks timidly. You explain the situation to him and tell him he is in grave danger. He warily opens the front door to the museum, shaking his head. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Adam Lynch.
Me.
Alright, fine. Asset. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2 Alpha. Night at the museum. So, we've revealed it. There's no clues on this. And it says it's connected to each copy of the exhibit hall. And as an action, investigators in the museum halls spend 1 clue per investigator, so 2. As a group, put the top card of the exhibit deck into play unrevealed. So that was that. And now 2 Alpha says, breaking and entering. The Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. Objective. If the investigators enter the exhibit hall, the restricted hall, advance. So we're looking for the restricted hall in a stack of exhibit halls. So that is my turn. You get this little fella. He's not really an ally, so you can still have an ally, but he has health and stuff like that. Health and horror, sanity. So if he dies or goes crazy, that's bad news. You don't want that to happen. So you got to protect him. All right, so it's your turn. On your turn, we're out of clues here, so you may want to move up into the museum halls, and since you have the security guard, you can go to the security office and see what's going on there.
Yeah, and when we read it, it says, a plaque next to the doorway reads security. The door is ajar. Inside you catch the scent of blood.
Gross. So you're going to move there?
Yeah.
So you got to move up here 1. That's 1 action. And you got to move over here. That's 2 actions. And so when you move in there, you flip that over and read it.
Look at the revealed side of the exhibit hall. Oh, we're not supposed to go there yet.
No, it's fine. Let me tell you. Okay, so it says double action, so it takes 2 actions to look at the revealed side of an exhibit hall in play, or the top card of the exhibit deck. Limit once per turn. And then the flavor text says, somebody must have left the security office in a hurry. Blood stains the floor under the desk nearby. There are some maps of the museum in here as well. So this basically lets you look at the map of the museum. Now you have the security guard, and what he says is, while you control Adam Lynch, treat the double ability in the security office as if it was a single. So you get to use that for 1 action instead of 2, because he knows where the maps are. So that was 1, 2 to get in there. So you can use your 3rd one to do that if you wanted to look at the top one.
Yeah.
So you look at the top one. And it tells you what it is. The Medusa Hall. And this one's actually a low shroud, couple of good 2 clues, victory 1, and it says forced after you fail a skill test. While investigating this location, discard an asset you control. So you don't want to fail.
Seems like it's a dead end.
No, it's connected to the halls. So that's not a bad one, so we know we might want to go there. This also has 2 clues per investigator for a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you spent all of your actions, but he has a special ability where you can spend 2 resources to do another one.
Oh yeah, here we go.
If you want to do that, but you may want to wait and just hold on to it unless you want to put a card out. So let's say you're done for now, okay?
Okay.
So that takes us to the enemy phase. There's no enemies in place and nothing happens. So then we go to the upkeep phase. We ready everything. So we ready our people. Then you get 1 resource and 1 card. So draw a card off the top of your deck. If it's a weakness, you have to put it out. If it says weakness.
It says skill.
No, it's good. So you keep it in your hand. Then you check to see if you have more than 8 cards, which you don't, because this is just first round. So then we go to the next round. So we start with the Mythos phase. We put a Doom token on the agenda. There's only 1 of 5, so it doesn't advance. Then we draw a card. I drew Obscuring Fog, Revelation. Attached to your location, limit 1 per location. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. So that's here. That's not a big deal. In the entrance, we're not too worried about it. And then you draw a card and read it.
Right here?
No, the Pinkie Pie.
Oh. Pinkie Pie the bad.
So put it down here unless it says peril.
Cursed luck. Omen.
This stays with you. It says Revelation, which means you do it as soon as you see it. It's an omen. Put cursed luck into play in your threat area. You get -1 skill value during skill tests. Forced. After you succeeded a skill test by 1 or more, discard cursed luck. So that's bad because it makes you worse at what you're doing. Alright, I'll go first again since I'm over here doing nothing. So, let's see here. The first thing we will do is skill, 2 skills. So I need to drop out my heirloom of Hyperborea for 3.
Wait, whose crate is this?
I want to do
Yours. You got a new one.
Oh, okay.
What is that? What did you put? All right. Anyway. So first action was I put down an heirloom. And then the next action is I'll move to the halls for 2. And then I'll move to the administration office for 3. The administration office says, a sturdy wooden door with a plaque next to it reads, Administration. In the hall outside the doorway, you see a row of paintings depicting the museum's many curators through the years, each adorned with their name and years of employment. Perhaps it's just your imagination, but they look more distressed in recent years. The office is meticulously organized, from the books in alphabetical order on the shelves to the stacks of forms organized by category on each desk. A coat is draped over one of the nearby chairs. Perhaps somebody other than the security guard is still here at this late hour. It has 2 clues, 1 per investigator. Shroud of 1. You cannot investigate the administration office while you have 4 or fewer resources, which is unfortunate because I have very, very few. So 1, 2, 3. That concludes my turn. It's now your turn.
Oh. Okay,
All right,
can
so
I
you-
move over there?
Well, you could, yeah. You want to go over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to take you 1. Then that's going to take you 2. Then you can try to investigate here.
Yeah, I'll try to investigate.
Okay, so your book is 3, but you have -1, so it's 2. So you need a, don't get anything worse than -1. So shake your bag over there.
Okay.
Shake that bag. Dig one, get 1 token out.
And then flip it.
You just put it down. It doesn't. So -1. So you have -1, -2, which takes you down to 1. And now you can also play a card out of your hand that has the book on it or a question mark to pump it up. But that was before you pulled this. So if you have a book on it, you could do it. I forgot to tell you that, so I'll let you put it down if you want.
Yeah, I have a few books in here. Yeah, I have a few books.
The one with the least amount of books, probably. Well, you can do that one if you want.
Yeah, it has 2 books.
Okay, so this gives you 2 books, really. So that will get rid of Cursed Luck. You put that back in the bag. You put this in the discard pile. And you get a clue.
First
So,
clue.
yeah, that's your first clue. Because you have plenty of resources. 4 or fewer, so if you did that, it wouldn't help you. Alright, so that's all we got for now.